Hello everyone. Environmental and economic sustainability is one of the great virtues of our era. Governments take steps to reduce their nation's carbon footprint, and fashion companies pride themselves on using a certain percentage of recycled polyester in their products. In the Western world, one can easily recognize incentives from higher up in the fabric of society that make you think about the sustainability of your way of life. The degree of sustainability of a society can not only be looked at in terms of environmental impact and resource consumption, but also in its demographic patterns, something everyone listening to debates on pension reforms in politics is aware of to at least some degree. Most nations with more or less advanced economies are experiencing a process of rapid aging of the average citizen. Of course, I can think of one notable exception there. So what solution did economists offer? Mass immigration, it is. And so it happened. Men and women from ever more distant places, cultures and ethnicities started filling the lower ranks of Western society. And by leaving their homeland behind, they could work in construction or nursing jobs in the lands of plenty, and there they earn a wage that is 10 or more times than that of their relatives back home. Who could blame them? I would do it as well. So, as foreigners get their hands dirty down in the basement of society, the remaining, well-educated and wealthy indigenous population cries ever louder to make the entire machine more sustainable. Rightly so, I concede. The goal is to shape the machine in a way that allows it to keep running without causing climate change or depleting natural resources. The immigrants that were working minimum wage jobs 20 or 30 years ago are now climbing the ladders of society and claim the fruits of their hard work. And then, once more, the lower ranks are filled with fresh immigrants from further away places. I then pose the question to those concerned about sustainability. Why should we be invested in the future of the machine if we won't even be part of it anymore? However, I already know their answer. They'd call me racist and remind me that I'm not supposed to think in such terms. Yet, we take it for granted that ethnocultural groups around the world want to be in control of their own territory. In fact, we are regularly reminded by the education system or by pop culture that we Europeans have done wrong by temporarily taking control of most of the world. Nowadays, it feels like we have lost control. But to whom? Well, that's not today's subject. I once asked my teacher in history and politics why, as European birth rates dropped as a result of the widespread introduction of contraceptives, no government action was taken to adequately incentivize family building. His answer was that, since the end of the Second World War, such a thing has become taboo. So, I ask you, Western man, would you like to break taboos and regain control? Or do you prefer to go extinct?